Hello class and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer stories. We start with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. It has been reported that Chelsea increased transfer bid for the Barca forward and the deal could be wrapped up today. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Dest. It has been reported that Barcelona outcast prefers to join Manchester United, but the deal is so complicated. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into it, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, give the video a like, and please make sure to watch it right up to the very end. With only 3 days left before the transfer window closes, there could be significant movement at Barcelona over the coming hours. Both incomings and outgoings are expected, with the Catalans keen on offloading 1 or 2 players to ensure smooth registration of any player that they sign. And one player who seems to be close to the exit doors is star striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The former Arsenal captain has been heavily linked with a return to London this summer, with Chelsea interested. Talks over a deal have been ongoing for a while, but an agreement was yet to be reached, as Barca had knocked back their initial offer worth €15 million. However, according to Moy Lawrence and Samuel Matson of ESPN, Barcelona and Chelsea could finalize an agreement for the transfer of Aubameyang by the end of today, with the striker now on the verge of a return to the Premier League. The report insists that Barca continue to hold out for at least €20 million for Aubameyang, but Chelsea, who were reported to be having second thoughts about the move for the striker, have upped their offer to €17 million. A meeting will be held between the two parties later today, and an agreement is expected to be reached, as both teams are keen to get the deal over the line. Chelsea's attempts to include Barcelona left-back target Marcos Alonso as part of the Aubameyang operation had held up negotiations. However, as per the report, the Spaniard's deal is now being treated as a separate entity, with the veteran likely to cost around €5 million, and the Blaugrana will make efforts to close his signing as well before the window slams shut. Today's meeting between Barcelona and Chelsea will be so crucial in defining the future of Aubameyang, and at this point, the 33-year-old, who was the victim of a violent robbery at his home earlier, that was yesterday, seems likely to return to London. For the longest time, we've been talking about Aubameyang linked to Chelsea, and Barca and Chelsea have not really come to that agreement, right? There's no total agreement that has been reached so far, because what Chelsea have been offering, Barca have not really favored such offers. Barca have been talking about 25 million, 20 million, but Chelsea have offered but €15 million, but Barcelona have turned that down. Also trying to propose a potential deal that involves Marcos Alonso in it, but Barca have also turned that down and wanted to be treated separately. But now, according to this report from ESPN, they are saying that the deal could be wrapped up later today, because they are saying that Chelsea have upped their offer by $2 million. They've added $2 million to the initial $15 million, making 17. Even though that might not be what Barca are expecting to receive, or Barca have not been expecting such an amount. They have been talking about 20 at least, but 17 million. According to this report, they are saying that Barca might just contemplate to accept such an offer. And I think if they do accept the 17 million, it's just the fact that they are desperate, right? The summer transfer window is coming to a close. That will be 2 days from now. And Barca know very well that that amount of money can still help them a lot when it comes to registering new incomings, signing their new right back, or maybe a new left back, whatever. But it will still be important. But let's see how it goes. Since they refused to include Alonso to that deal, I asked myself that why on earth would Barca, want to accept only 17 million after refusing the Alonso plus 15 million? It makes no sense to me, because Alonso will be worth about 5 million, right? Which if Barca had accepted the 15 million plus Alonso, it could have been far cheaper for them. Because if now they are giving Barca only 17, and this report from ESPN claiming that Barca are likely to accept that 17 in the later today, then still buying Alonso again maybe for 5 million, that would be expensive. Why then instead it could have been better for them accepting the exchange Alonso plus 15 million that Chelsea had proposed earlier. But let's see actually if Barca will accept the 17. But it's just a wide speculation from ESPN that the deal could be wrapped up, as Chelsea have upped the offer to 17 million euros, not even up to the 20 million that Barca have been talking about as the least minimum that they want from Chelsea for Aubameyang. So let's see. Interesting to see how this day will end, or tomorrow. Let's look at the amount that Barcelona will accept. But as it stands right now, if this report from ESPN is to be believed, then Barca will accept the 17 million. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Xavi Hernandez has made it clear that he does not see Sergio Dest as part of his plans at Barcelona by freezing him out of the squad in the season. The 21-year-old right back, who joined the club from Ajax in 2020, was given a chance in the pre-season to make an impression. But it seems like the youngster failed to win over the manager and has not played a single minute of competitive football so far this term. Xavi and Barca have made it so clear to Dest that he needs to find a new club, and why he was initially reluctant to leave, Dest is now believed to be warming up to the idea of moving on and restarting his career elsewhere. There have been rumors of interest from Premier League giants Manchester United, with reports claiming that the Red Devils and Barcelona are in talks of a potential swap deal involving Dest and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Now, Adrian Sanchez is reporting that if Dest were to leave FC Barcelona, his preferred destination would be Manchester United. However, a move could be complicated, as the Premier League giants need to get rid of some players before they can sign him up. It is only natural that a potential transfer to Old Trafford appeals to Dest, as he would be reunited with his former Ajax manager Erik ten Hag, who handed him his first team debut with the Eredivisie Giants. The 21-year-old played 38 matches under the Dutch tactician before joining Barca, and a chance to play under a manager who trusts him would be enticing. But the update from Adrian Sanchez says that Manchester United will need to sell players before making any more signings, after recently agreeing a deal worth 100 million euros for Anthony from Ajax. So whether they can press ahead with their interest in Dest and sign him before the window closes remains to be seen. Sergio Dest has been having a very bad time recently at Barca, not being able to play any of the games in La Liga so far. It is imperative for the player to look for a new club. Xavi has made that clear to him. FC Barcelona have made that clear to him. So there's no point that he will still insist that he wants to stay when he knows very well that Xavi does not count on him one bit. Manchester United have been the most talked about suitors for the player, but even though United have not been too serious about the interest, it's still doubtful if United will really make a concrete approach for the player. But they are saying that it is still possible if and only if United offload players first. United need to offload first. But I don't know. With just 3 days or 2 days left for the transfer business to come to a close, which time will United offload? Which time will United approach Barca before starting even talking? So matters can be so complicated now for this. I very much doubt if you will leave. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.